Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell notification for more updates and news on our channel. And thanks for watching.
Hey guys, welcome back to the WordPress installation video. By now you should have identified a profitable niche and keyword that you intend to rank for. You should have purchased your domain as well, and right now what we're going to do is head over to our domain manager at GoDaddy to point out our DNS to our web hosting provider. So go ahead, click on domains, and under my account, click on domain management. The interface for GoDaddy may change from time to time, but it shouldn't differ very much. Just make sure you find your way to the domain manager interface. Once you are at your domain manager, the domain you have purchased is selected over here. Next, click on the name servers icon and then click on Set Name Servers. Next, select the radio button which says, I have specific name servers for my domains. For these name servers field, you'll need to get hold of them from your web hosting provider. If you don't know what they are, just send your web hosting provider an email and they should give you the DNS details. Since I know mine already, I am just going to put my name servers detail in here. When that's done, it should be pointed to your web hosting provider and take a couple of minutes to take effect. The next thing you'd want to do is head over to your cPanel and select the Add-on Domains icon. Next, enter the domain you want to add to your web hosting provider at the domain name field. In our example here, it is chickencoopsandruns.com. Then, enter your password access for this domain and click Add Domain. Once you've added your domain to your web hosting provider, go back to the Home dashboard of your cPanel and look for the WordPress icon. Click on it so that we can install WordPress as the main platform for our website. Next, click on New Installation. Next, select the domain you would like WordPress to be installed into. We'll of course select chickencoopsandruns.com. Leave blank for Install in Directory. For your admin access data, enter your admin login and password to access your WordPress admin area. You can leave the base configuration details blank for now, because those can be edited later on at the WordPress admin area. Lastly, just hit the Install WordPress button and then click on Finish Installation to complete the process. Now WordPress has been successfully installed. Make sure you bookmark the full URL to the admin area, and I'll see you in the next video to set up your WordPress for page 1 ranking domination. Hey guys, welcome back. Now that we have installed WordPress into your website, we are going to log into your WordPress dashboard to edit some settings and add some plugins that you'll be needing for your search engine optimization purposes. To log in, what you need to do is paste the full URL that you have bookmarked earlier to access your WordPress admin area. In case you missed it, your login URL should be your domain name /wp-admin. And what you'll see is this WordPress username and password login panel over here. So just enter your username and password, which you have set up earlier during your WordPress installation. Click on Login, and what you will see then is the dashboard of your WordPress. This is basically the content management area of your website. There are a couple of things we'll need to do to optimize your website and to make it easier for you. I'm going to start from the top to the bottom of the navigation panel. Let's head over to Post. And what we want to do here is edit the Hello World default post. Change the Hello World title to Welcome to Chicken Coops and Runs. Of course, for your site, you'll need to replace chicken coops and runs as the primary keyword that you'll be ranking for. But in this case, since we're going to be ranking for chicken coops and runs, we're going to put that into our welcome title over here. Next, just give a one-liner description of what this blog is going to be about. After that, on the right under Categories, uncheck Uncategorized and click on Add New Category. Name the new category as your keyword and make sure it's checked when you've edited. Next, for tags, also input your keyword in here and click Add. Alright, the next step is to head over to links. Select the entire list except for one of them and delete all. The one which we did not delete, we want to edit this. Under the Edit Link area, insert your keyword under the name field and your web address URL under the web address field. Once you've completed these fields, click on Update link. Next, head over to Pages and click Add New. Just add a contact page and leave the content area blank for now. We will add content later. Next, for comments, there's a default comment in here. We won't be needing that for now, so let's just trash it. Next, head over to Appearance. What you'll see here is the default theme for WordPress. If you want to change your theme and have fancier designs for your blog, then you can click on the Install Themes tab. And what I would recommend is to do a search for themes that are SEO friendly. You will see many thumbnails of different WordPress designs. But for now, we'll just use the default WordPress theme. However, should you decide to have a different theme, you can always come back to the Install Themes tab and search for SEO friendly themes for your website. Next, click on Plugins. In here, we'll need to add a few very important plugins to optimize our blog, so click on Add New. The first plugin we'll be needing is the all-in-one SEO plugin. This tool will help us with on-page optimization. Next, click Search Plugins. The one we should be installing is called the All-in-One SEO Pack. Click on Install Now and then activate plugin. Before we continue, there's one more plugin that we'll be needing. So click on Add New again and type in Google XML and click on Search Plugins. The one you'll be installing is the Google SML Sitemaps. Again, click on Install Now and then activate plugin. This Google XML Sitemaps plugin will help Google navigate our site better. So, these are the two main plugins that needs to be installed in our website. There are hundreds of plugins in WordPress that might be handy for you, but for the essentials, we'll only be needing the all-in-one SEO pack and Google XML Sitemaps for page 1 Google rankings. Before I forget, we'll also need to create a privacy policy page. Instead of doing it manually like how we have created on contact page earlier, there is actually a plugin for this as well. To make it easy for us, let's install this plugin called Easy Privacy Policy. What this plugin does is it helps us to create a privacy policy page automatically, and it can come in really handy when we create multiple websites in batches as we expand our business. Once all the essential plugins are activated, we will need to configure the settings of these plugins. This is why you can see at the top here, there is a red bar, which is alerting us to go to the admin page of this plugin to enable it. However, sticking to the plan, I am going to try and move from top to bottom of this navigation panel so that it is easier for you. With that said, we will attend to the plugin configurations in a while. So back to the site navigation on the left here. We can skip users and tools. Next section will be going into settings. Click into general. Over here for the site title and tagline, this is basically what your visitors will see when you are on your website. Let's insert your keyword for the title again. And for the tagline, it would be something like step-by-step, easy and affordable chicken coops and runs plans. Next, click on Save Changes. Next, click on Privacy. Just double check and be absolutely sure that you have selected I would like my site to be visible to everyone, including search engines like Google, Bing, Technorati, and Archivers. This is to make sure that your blog is visible to all the search engines and not hidden or blocked from the search engines to crawl. So just be absolutely sure for this one, because if you select the wrong option, your blog will not be visible to the search engines and not be able to be ranked on page 1 at all. Next, click on Permalinks. The default settings for your blog post URL will display some weird characters, and that doesn't tell Google much at all. What we'd like to do instead is tell Google in our web page URL what our post is about. To do that, select Custom Structure and type in this code, which is /%postname %/. Again, click on Save Changes. Next stop is our all-in-one SEO. The very first thing is to select Enable for the plugin status. For your home title and description, this is what the search engines will display when a user inputs a query. Let me show you an example. For the query chicken coops, these are the results that Google has returned, and these are the titles that will appear. So for the all-in-one SEO title and description fields, this is what our searchers will see when we rank on page 1. So let's head back to our dashboard, and for our title, put in chicken coops and runs. Easy chicken DIY chicken coop plans. For a description, we will use what we typed earlier for the general settings. Finally, for your home keywords, insert your main keyword and 2 related keywords. Leave the rest of the settings as default and then click on Update options. Next, click on Easy Privacy Policy. If you've used the tool and you've liked it, you may consider making a donation to the creator of this tool at the top here. Just read through all the sections in this privacy policy plugin and make sure it's what your website represents. At the bottom for the options, uncheck all of them and finally scroll back and click on Create Privacy Page. After that, we are pretty much done with our WordPress settings and must-have plugins. As for the Google XML sitemap, if you're wondering, we do not need to configure anything in there. Before we wrap up this video, let's take a look at our newly set up WordPress blog. This is how it would look like with our default theme. So this is the end of this video. In the next couple of tutorials, we are going to come back in here and put in some content. Till then, I hope this video was not too complicated. Take your time and just follow the instructions step by step. Again, just edit the settings and plugins working from top to bottom of the navigation area and you should be just fine. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Hey there, welcome back to the dashboard. In this video, I'll be walking you through on how to add content to your website. The strategy here is to add a total of 3 posts. 2 of them will be optimized to related keywords of your main keyword, which is chicken coops and runs in this example. The final post will be a pre-sale review page where we recommend to our visitors a solution that helps solve their problem. The final post will of course be optimized to our main keyword, chicken coops and runs. So without further delay, let's get started. To add content, click on Post. The welcome post here is the short post we edited earlier in the previous video when we were configuring the settings and plugins. Right now we are going to add brand new content, so click on Add New. Since I have already prepared some material, I am just going to copy and paste them over. Okay, there seems to be a duplicate when I copied over from Notepad. Let me fix that. When you paste over from Notepad, sometimes the formatting might go off, so make sure you fix them. To do that, you can use the What You See is What You Get panel. It's quite easy. For example, if you want to do any bolding or different type of text formatting, you can just use the icons provided in here just like your Microsoft Word. Just give me a moment while I finish up the formatting in here. Alright, now at the end of every post, we need to have a call to action. In this example, we say, if you want a step-by-step plan to build an attractive and affordable chicken coop and run that makes you chicken happy, then you need to see this easy to build visual plans. This tells our reader what to do, and we'll need to also add a clickable link. So let's say we want to make easy to build visual plans a clickable link. All you need to do is just highlight your text and click on this insert edit link. This is where you add your affiliate link, but because it is a brand new site, for now we are just going to put in plain content. So what you want to do is come back in about a week's time to only then add your affiliate link. Once the content is inserted, the next thing is to add new category. For this first post, it has been optimized to a related keyword, which is chicken hutch plants. So we'll add that as our category, and make sure you check your main keyword for the category as well. Next, scroll down a little to tags. Tags are basically keywords that describe your post. So make sure you add keywords related to your post in here at the tags section. Next, we'll scroll down all the way to the bottom where you'll see the all-in-one SEO pack option. This is the plugin that we have installed earlier. In here, you will need to fill up the title, description, and keywords for this particular post we've added so that the search engine can rank for your individual postings as well. What I normally do for the all-in-one SEO pack is simply copy and paste what I've written for the post. Let's just copy the title and paste it in here. And for the description, we can copy the first 2 sentences and post it in here as well. Since the recommendation maximum amount of characters is 160, so perhaps we should remove the last sentence. For the keywords, we'll use what we inserted for our tags earlier. Next, let's preview how this post will look like and then publish it. Now, I'm going to pause the video and add the second post in here. After that, I'll come back to record the video to show you how to write the final pre-sale post, which is the most important post of them all. The pre-sale post will be the post that will help convert your visitors into sales, so I'll be spending a little bit more time with you on that. Okay, I'm back, and I've already published the second post when I was recording off screen. Now, we're back at the add post section where I've copied and pasted the final pre-sale post. As I've said, this is the most important post in your website because this is where you'll try to convince your visitors to check out the recommended guide. Normally, what I do for this final post is write a pre-sale story. This is where we create a character that tells their story for this particular niche. In this example, I have created a guy called James Jones, who is a farmer, and basically he shares his experience on how he discovered this chicken coop guide. Let's just read out the pre-sale story that's been written in here so you will grasp a better idea of how to go about it. It starts with, "Hi, my name is James Jones and welcome to my chicken coops and runs site. Now, I'm really no tech-like person. My niece helped me to put up this little blog and I wanted to create it to help fellow farmers who are looking for the best solution to build a healthy chicken coop that's affordable and attractive for their chickens." So as you can see over here, we are sharing it in a first person's point of view. Remember that we never want to hard sell to our readers because always bear in mind that people do not like to be sold. However, they do like to buy, but from people they like, trust, and admire. This means our priority here is to build a relationship with our readers. The pre-sale then continues with, I have to admit that when I finally decided to build a coop and run for my chickens, I hadn't had a clue on where to start. So I began searching online with the intention to buy a pre-made coop. However, I was astonished by how expensive these pre-built ones were, and not to forget the shipping costs that were included. With that said, I began to consider to build my own and search for information on how to build a DIY chicken coop. So you see here, James acknowledges his initial problem, which is a problem that most farmers or people who are looking to build a chicken coop. These people would probably go online to find something or maybe consider buying a pre-made coop, but later they find out that it is actually really expensive to do so. We then continue the pre-sale story by saying, I managed to find some free plans, however, they did not provide sufficient information to tell me exactly how to make a chicken coop. So those free plans became a real time waster. After lots of time researching, I finally found an easy to follow step-by-step guide called Building a Chicken Coop. Again, this is where our character James talks about the second problem, which was the fact that there are indeed a lot of free information online. However, they do not provide enough information to tell you step by step on exactly what to do. After that, somewhere in the middle of the post, we want to include a call to action again. This is where we'll insert our affiliate link in about a week's time when the new blog starts to age. For now, I will just link it back to our own site, just to show you what it will look like when it becomes an anchored text link. The text will actually turn blue, and when you place your mouse cursor over it, it will be clickable when we publish it. The pre-sale story then continues. This guide is not free and it costs about 27 bucks, but it's well worth the money because it will save you hundreds of dollars in the long run. Not to mention it is far cheaper than building a pre-built one. Over here, we acknowledge the fact that the guide is not actually free and costs some money. However, we emphasize on the benefits, which is that the guide will save you hundreds of dollars in the long run. Then we continue with, here are some photos of what to expect from this chicken coop building guide. Over here, we'll insert a photo of what the guide will look like. Since I've downloaded some photos of the guide at the affiliate section of the vendors page, let me upload it right now. By having an image, it will give them an idea and an actual proof that the product is real. For the link URL, you can put your affiliate link later. For now, we'll just link it back to our main website. Next, click on Insert into Post, and finally let's centralize the photo. After that, the pre-sale continues with, in a nutshell, to help you get an idea of what this guide covers, here are some of the things that it covers. Then we will have in bullet points of what are some of the contents they will find in the guide. Finally, after that, we'll wrap up the pre-sale with, today, I have a very beautiful and steady chicken coop with some accessories that keep my chickens happy and healthy. It took me only a couple of days to put it together, and it was for less than $100 because most of the material that the guide suggests are easily available and cheap. So again, you want to wrap up your pre-sale with what you have achieved today just by following this guide. Again, emphasize on the benefits in here. If you have an image proof, then I would highly recommend you use it as well. For this site, I have found something that we could use as well, so just give me a second to upload it. Our proof is the completed chicken coop that was built from scratch. Let's insert it into our post and also centralize it. Lastly, we conclude the preset with, anyway, thanks for taking your time to read my site. I hope this blog gives you an idea of what to expect when building a chicken coop that is cheap and easy to do it by yourself. I hope you'll enjoy building your own chicken coop and runs and raising fat and healthy chickens at your backyard. At the end of this post, we'll have another call to action where we say, for more information on this chicken coop building guide, click here. Remember to always end with a Now that we have added the main content, we just want to finish up this site with some pages and widgets. We'll start off with pages. Currently, we're at our dashboard. Click on pages and then edit your about page. For this page, what we'd want to do here is basically provide the readers with a brief overview about who you are and why you set this up. With that in mind, we can start off this page by adding a profile photo of our character, James Jones. To do that, just click on the media upload icon. For your profile photos, make sure you find a photo that is amateur looking. It should be an ordinary photo of your character that looks happy and trustworthy. We don't want to go for anything that looks too commercial or look as if it's professionally taken by a photographer. Just keep the photo simple so that it looks like it's been taken from just an average Joe. We don't need to link the image to any URL. Select alignment to the left so that it wraps around the text. Since I've already prepared some content for the About page, I'm going to just paste them in here. Once again, there are some formatting issues and a duplicate is created from pasting over from Notepad, so I'm just going to delete this portion of the duplicate. In a nutshell, simply describe who this person is, what he does, share some of his hobbies and interests, and just create some personality in here. Remember, our objectives as affiliates is to always build relationships with our visitors. With that said, the reason why we have an About page like this, it is simply to build a relationship with a character that is relatable to our target audience. At the end of the About page, just like all of our posts created earlier, we want to end it with a call to action. For our About page call to action, we simply want to send our readers back to our main website. So at the bottom, just let your readers know how you have provided some tips and information about a step-by-step building a chicken coop guide, and they can find out more about it at your homepage, chickencoopsandruns.com. Next, just click on Update. Like all of our other posts, there is an all-in-one SEO pack, so be sure to insert the title, description, and keywords for your About page too. As usual, all we need to do is copy and paste over the title and description from the original content. As for the keyword, simply insert your main keyword in here. Next, just click on Update again. Now that we've completed the About page, let's move on to our contact page. Click on Edit, and what you want to include in this page is to simply add your email address in here so that they can contact you if they need to. For the privacy policy page, the content has already been automatically added with the Easy Privacy Policy plugin, which we set up earlier, so there is no need to manually edit it. Let's just take a look at what it looks like by clicking on View. As you can see, all these blocks of privacy policy descriptive text here, they were created with the Easy Privacy Policy plugin, so we do not need to manually write these. All the pages have been completed already. Now, what we want to do is move over to our widgets panel and complete that. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this term, widgets are basically the information that appears on the sidebar of our website. What we want to do here is to add a text column that has a short description about who you are and why you created this site with a photo of our character. It's a similar version to our About page, except that this is a much shorter one and it is visible right at the main homepage itself. Unfortunately, for the widget options, there isn't a what you see is what you get tool. Because of that, we just want to take the insert image HTML code from our About page. So at your About page, click at the HTML tab and copy this code so that we can paste it over at our text widget later. Next, click on Widgets, which is located under Appearance. We won't be needing recent posts and recent comments, so let's remove them simply by dragging off the primary widget area. What we'll be needing is a text widget, so let's just drag it over from Available Widgets to our primary widget area. In the text widget, this is where you'll need to paste the HTML code you've copied over earlier so that your profile photo will appear. Also, add a short description about your character and why you created this site. Next, click Save and Close. Now let's click on Visit Site at the top of the dashboard and take a look at how the site looks like. There you go. Our site profile with our character's photo has been updated here. However, the size of the photo looks a little bit large, so let's head back to widgets to adjust that. It requires a little bit of code, however. If you're not too particular about the photo size, you don't need to come back to edit it. If you want to, then just follow me as I show you how to edit the photo size. Simply change the numbers for width and height. The numbers represent the size of the photo in pixels, so try to shrink the numbers proportionally. Again, let's save that and preview the site once again. Alright, so we have just resized the photo to be a little bit smaller. We have our first 2 posts in here, and remember, the pre-sale final post will be automatically published in here in the next 2 days according to our schedule. That is all for putting your website together. The site is now 100% complete. I hope you've learned a lot about how to set up your website correctly for on-page optimization and how to write pre-sale copies from the previous videos. In the next video, we are going to do some things to help your website get indexed quickly on Google so that you can hit first page rankings much faster. So until then, complete your website as soon as possible, and I'll see you in the next video. Once you have your website set up, what we want to do is let the search engine know that our website now exists and we've actually added content to it. This way, our website will get indexed on the search engine fast and therefore help us climb up the search engine rankings faster. In order to do that, we need to do something called ping. Each time we ping our website, what this does is it informs the search engine robots and invites them to come over to crawl into our websites. There are a couple of ping tools out there that are freely available. I'm going to introduce to you the first tool, and this one is called Pingoat. How we do this is rather simple. We just need to put in your blog's name or title and also insert your blog's URL. Next, insert your feed URL, which is your main URL with /feed at the back of it. This is your XML feed URL, and these are the only fields you need to put into this ping tool. Once you've inserted your blog information, select all the category titles and then click on Go Pingoat. What Pingoat now does is call the different search engine robots crawl into the site we just pinged. While this is running, let's move on to Pingomatic. Do the same thing, insert your blog name or title, your homepage URL, and your RSS XML feed URL. Again, check all the categories and then click Send Pings. The final ping tool that I like to introduce to you is called Feed Ping. Once again, the process is the same. Insert your blog's name, URL, and XML feed URL. Next, click on Check All and then Submit. So these are the ping tools that help bring the robots over to crawl into your website so that it gets indexed on the search engines quickly. The other thing we need to do is called social bookmarks. Basically, social bookmarks are social networking websites where a community of readers hang out. These sites are great because Google likes them and they crawl these sites very often. There are hundreds of different social bookmarking networks to submit your websites to, but I'd like to introduce to you a tool called OnlyWire. OnlyWire helps you to automate the process a little, where you only need to register your accounts with these social bookmark sites once, and it helps you to submit them within a click of a button in the future. Currently, at the OnlyWire website, they have the free and paid versions of OnlyWire. The free option is good enough, so let's just use the free one. OnlyWire helps us to submit up to 42 social bookmarking networks. These sites where we submit to can act as a backlink and also help our websites get indexed fast because, as I've mentioned earlier, Google crawls into these places very often. So now let's walk through how to do the submissions. Firstly, we need to register your account in every single one of these listed social bookmarking sites on OnlyWire. This is the only manual part, but once you've registered them, you can submit multiple websites to OnlyWire in the future. Once your accounts are registered and verified, you'll need to insert your blog information, just like how I've showed you in the pinging tools earlier. Insert your website's title, URL, and click on Submit. That's really all for this video on how to get your website indexed fast. All you need to do is ping your website and submit it to the social bookmarking networks. This way, your new website will get indexed really quickly in as little as a week's time. On top of that, the social bookmarks also act as a backlink to your website. Coming to the end of this video, I hope you've learned a great deal in this course. We have walked through step by step on how to get your website ranked on page 1. If you're thinking and wondering if there are more things you need to do, my suggestion is don't think too much about it and just do it. It's actually really simple, and I believe anyone can get started with this method that's been introduced to you to start making a decent income online. I'll be wrapping this entire course up in the next video, where we'll be talking about mindsets, frequently asked questions, and also how to scale up your business into a 5-figure per month business easily. I hope you get started with your website and start getting your keyword research done. Purchase your domain, set up your content, and just follow this entire course step by step. Until then, I'll see you in the next video on how to scale up this business model.